For this video, I wanted to open up the 3090 RTX. I've got to take it out of the box and take a look inside because I have not opened it yet. And then we'll get it into the test system and we'll boot it up and we'll just make sure that it's running stably without any issues so that I can start going ahead and voiding the warranty, taking the heatsink off and putting on a water block so that we can get started on our water cooling build. So let's open it up and take a look inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get this seal open. Just using an X-Acto knife, carefully cutting open the little plastic seal on the box. I like to keep my boxes, so I want to kind of retain the entire box. I want to be careful opening it up, make sure that everything is in one piece so that the box doesn't get too beat up. It's kind of a computer guy thing, I think, where we just hold on to the boxes as long as we can, just for fun. Though, you know what, they can be a little hard to open sometimes. They like to tear, so this one's not too bad though. Oh man, I waited for this thing for 4 months and now I finally get to take a look at it. Honestly, I didn't think it would ever arrive. I was really hard pressed to think that this would ever get here, but hey, it finally got here, and I'm kind of getting goosebumps right now. It's kind of surreal. You know, the last build I did for myself, I used the 980 Ti. So the 980 Ti, I actually have just kind of stored away right now because I'm using the 3070 Founders Edition. But the 980 Ti was kind of my baby, my beast. This was the top tier graphics card when I bought it back in 2015. Paired with a 6700K, this was an amazing gaming system. And you know, the accents on the graphics card, the red, didn't match my build at all, but I didn't really care. The performance of the 980 Ti, and even today at 1080p, the 980 Ti still plays almost every game that you would want to play at 60 FPS or higher. So it is a great card. And it's going to go back into my 6700K build that I'm going to let my wife use and maybe use it around the shop for testing and other builds that I'm going to be working on. But to go from a 980 Ti to a 3090, it's going to be an unreal experience. I'm really looking forward to this. So let's open this up here. Oh my God, that is a massive graphics card. I mean, I've seen videos of this on YouTube before, but this really kind of kicks the crap out of the 980 Ti. It's so bulky. It's like, you know, they weren't lying when they said it was 3 slots. If you don't have a support bracket for this, you are going to be definitely having a bad time with your PCI slots. So there she is, the 3090. That's the ROG Strix 3090. And it is something else. That is a sight to behold, for sure. I was kind of hoping it would fit in my old build, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to be far too heavy. So compared to the 980, you know, it's actually not that much longer than a 980. I would say probably about 1 inch, which is not that bad. It just means that it's going to be in the way of my water cooling tubes on my existing system. So definitely can't use that as a test system. But yeah, if you look at the thickness on that, you kind of see the thickness of the 980 against the 3090. It is definitely a whole slot thicker. So that's about a 2.5, 3 inch card right there, maybe 2.5, compared to the 980 Ti. And you can see the 980 Ti heatsink is actually pretty light and thin and small in comparison to the 3090. So, you know, I expect great things from this graphics card. So a couple of things that I noticed when looking at the video card is that the ROG logos that appear to be a sticker that's placed on the fans, it's actually scratched up. You can kind of see here the scratches that are on there. That is kind of annoying. This is a $2,500 Canadian graphics card. You'd expect it to come with pristine condition. This does not look like it's in pristine condition. This looks like it's been opened. So the scratches that they have here on the little ROG sticker, this does not have a removable plastic as far as I can tell. I'll have to look a little closer, but it doesn't look like that's removable plastic. Whereas the other components have some peel here that you can peel off. And I might just leave that on because I'm going to be taking the whole fan assembly off anyway. But yeah, I'm really hoping that that those little scratches on the fans are not a defect. I'm hoping that that's a plastic cover, but definitely not what I would expect from a $2,500 graphics card to have something just so glaringly obviously scratched up on it there. All right, so inside the box, we've got an Asus, a little mini Asus box here. Let's open this up and see what we got. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff in there. So got a little ROG little side piece, and that's going to be for probably the corner of your case, it looks like. I'm not really sure what that's for. We'll have to see. We've got a little thank you card, and if we look at this, it says, "Thank you for purchasing an Asus graphics card." So each Asus graphics card is meticulously crafted and thoroughly tested to deliver the quality you expect from a premium product. We hope you enjoy your purchase. Well, if the ROG logo didn't have a scratch on it, maybe I would be a little more inclined to agree, but we'll see. As long as it performs well, I'll be happy. We've got a, that is actually kind of funny. It's an ROG Strix Pokemon card, essentially. So that's interesting. It's a 4-star with high overclocking and high heat dissipation. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's like a little collector's card to just say, hey, look, you bought a premium product and now you get a holographic card. That's pretty cool. All right, so we also have a little Asus speed setup manual. I'll have to go through that and just make sure I familiarize myself with it, but it looks like just essentially how to plug your graphics card into the computer really quickly and get it all started up. So we won't probably need that. Got just a tiny little French manual, because in Canada they have to send French manuals with everything. And what do we have in here? That's kind of cool. It's like a little measure, just kind of a little metric measuring tool, and it's got a little QR code on the corner. We'll have to see where that goes. So it's kind of a cool little, it's like a little metric measure. Yeah, I mean that'll come in handy when I'm trying to measure out my water cooling. It's got some little circuit diagrams on it and stuff too. So that's kind of cool. It's a nice little addition that can come in handy. A little keychain to hold on to that. And we've got some Velcro straps, probably to help hide the wiring. And I think that is it. That's all there is to it. So that's it. That's everything in the box. Let's go get this slapped into our system and we can boot it up and test and make sure everything works the way it should. Okay, so we'll get this card installed and then we'll hook up power and test it and make sure that everything works. So we'll just get that installed. I'm going to be a little extra careful just because the motherboard's only temporarily mounted. I didn't put in all the mounting screws. Oh, those thumb screws are like really on there. We're going to need a screwdriver to get those off of there. Just grab my little iFixit kit. Gotta love iFixit. Internet's most popular kit for repairing computers. Yeah, these are on there tight. They must have not hand tightened these on because they are on very tight. But that's all right. Don't want anything coming loose during shipping. So we'll just pull these little PCIe slot covers out. I'm getting excited. I can't wait to plug this thing in and power it up, see what it can do, post some really good 3D Mark scores compared to my old little 980 Ti. All right, let's drop this in here. Make sure it's lining up with the slot. And click. All right, we have a click. All right, so we're gonna mount this in just a little bit, just because I want stability while I'm plugging in all the cables and everything like that. Like I said, I want to make sure everything works 100% before I go ahead and start taking it apart to put the water cooling blocks on it. All right, come on. I'm gonna be really careful with these little iFixit screwdrivers because they have kind of a grip edge on them. And that grip edge is really good at eating away at the paint on the side of your case if you're not careful. So be careful. It's not the screwdriver's fault. It's probably my fault. I will go ahead and plug in some power. We'll get this thing working. Now, what I've done is I've taken 3 PCI Express power cables, and each one is coming off the power supply on its own. I won't be using the little splitters because the 3090 loves a lot of power. We will be using a Lee & Lee strimmer cable with this once the final build is done. But for now, just got to get these slotted in. You know, I've been in IT for 22 years. I still don't like the PCIe cables that have the little break-off piece that converts it from an 8-pin to a 6-pin. Okay, get that connected. Then we'll just slap that in there. So that's all 3 PCIe cables. So we've got power to the motherboard, and the display is ready to rock and roll. I see the little start button powered up. I didn't connect the front panel or anything because the motherboard actually has a start button right on it, so I don't really have to worry about that. So I'm going to try to power this up, and well, here goes nothing. So, start. Let's try that again. Start. Well, after a few unsuccessful attempts to try to get the system to power on, trying multiple graphics cards and motherboards, it seems like the Corsair HX 1200i is faulty. So apparently Corsair, since September or so, have been shipping a whole bunch of faulty power supplies that they say doesn't work with specific motherboards, although it's a standard power setup for any motherboard. Yeah, don't know what to say. You wait 3 months to get your power supply in, you wait 4 months for a graphics card, you go to put it all together and it's faulty. And the best part is I'm doing another build for a client. And as it turns out, the HX 1200i power supply that he'll be using is also in the list of affected units. I was really hoping on getting the system up and running within the next week or two, but now I'm going to be delayed by an RMA. That sucks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully we can get this remedied soon and I can finish my build and actually enjoy the computer parts that some of which I've had for 4 months and some I've been waiting for 4 months. And I mean, I guess this is just 2021? Repeat of 2020? I really hope not.